Across China's vast landscape, ancient towns still rest beside quiet rivers and misty mountains, their stone bridges and tiled roofs reflecting centuries of history. In these timeless places, water flows beneath wooden balconies, lanterns glow softly at dusk, and life moves with the rhythm of nature. Each town is a living memory, where stories of merchants, scholars, and villagers linger in the air. Join us on a journey through 8 of China's most enchanting ancient towns, where beauty never fades. Hidden among the limestone peaks and winding rivers of Guangxi lies Huangyao Ancient Town, a 1,000-year-old sanctuary where time seems to move at the pace of flowing water. Built during the Song Dynasty and quietly flourishing through the Ming and Qing eras, this riverside town rests within a dreamlike landscape. Emerald mountains, stone bridges arched over still streams, and narrow lanes that twist through centuries of memory. As you walk through Huangyao, every step echoes with history. The smooth, blue-gray flagstones beneath your feet have been worn by generations, leading past moss-covered walls and yin-yang tiled roofs that glisten after the rain. The gentle sound of a nearby brook blends with the rustle of bamboo leaves, creating a music older than any written song. Red lanterns sway softly under the eaves, their reflections trembling on the water below. Life here remains tranquil and human. Elderly artisans carve wood and weave silk in the shade of ancient banyan trees, while tea houses spill warm fragrance into the afternoon air. Travelers pause at stone bridges to watch ripples spread across the water, as if carrying whispers from another century. When dawn comes, mist drifts low across the town, wrapping rooftops and temples in a veil of silver light. In Huangyao, the past does not fade. It breathes. Each alleyway and courtyard tells a quiet story of endurance, simplicity, and grace. For those who wander here, it feels less like visiting a place and more like returning to one, a corner of the world untouched by time, where mountains guard the memories of 1,000 peaceful years. Cradled beside the winding Jialing River in Sichuan, Langzhong, ancient city, stands as one of China's oldest and best preserved walled towns, a living map of the country's ancient civilization. With a history stretching back over 2,300 years, it was once a major military and cultural center during the Tang and Han dynasties, and today remains a masterpiece of urban design and harmony. Seen from above, Langzhong resembles a perfect chessboard. Its streets intersect in a symmetrical grid, an extraordinary feat of planning for its age, where each lane leads to a piece of living history. Traditional wooden houses with black tiled roofs line both sides, their curved eaves sheltering calligraphy shops, tea houses, and old apothecaries. Stone gates still mark the boundaries of the ancient city, while the Zhangfei Temple and Confucius Hall stand as proud guardians of its spirit. At dawn, the town awakens softly. Mist rises from the gelling river, wrapping the city walls in a veil of silver, and monks' chants drift faintly from hidden courtyards. Locals begin their day, as they have for centuries, sipping jasmine tea in open-front tea houses, tending market stalls, or sketching in quiet alleys bathed in morning light. By evening, the sound of temple bells mingles with laughter echoing from riverside pavilions, and lanterns shimmer gently on the water's surface. Langzhong is more than an ancient city. It is a living rhythm of history. Here, tradition and daily life intertwine seamlessly, offering travelers not just a glimpse of the past, but a feeling of stepping into it. Every corner, every stone, every reflection on the river tells a story of endurance, culture, and timeless grace. Perched atop rolling limestone hills in Guizhou, Qingyan ancient town stands as a stone-carved poem, a place where history, faith, and quiet beauty converge. Founded during the Ming Dynasty more than 600 years ago, this fortress town was originally built for military defense. Yet over centuries, it transformed into a cultural haven, blending solemn temples, graceful archways, and time-worn stone streets that whisper stories of the past. Stepping through Qingyan's grand gates feels like entering a living museum. The old walls, made of giant bluestone blocks, still encircle the town like protective arms. Inside, narrow lanes weave between elegant courtyards, traditional homes, and pavilions draped in ivy. Everywhere you turn, stone dominates. Steps, bridges, wells. Even the air seems to echo softly against the weathered walls. Amid this quiet strength, delicate details emerge. Carved wooden doors, incense drifting from temple halls, and paper lanterns swaying gently in the mountain breeze. The town's spiritual heritage is as deep as its stone foundations. Confucian, Buddhist, Taoist, and Christian sites coexist within its compact space, a rare reflection of harmony and tolerance. Travelers often pause at Langquan Temple to listen to monks chanting beside century-old pines, or sip tea near Wencheng Pavilion, watching the clouds drift low over the rooftops. At sunset, Qingyan glows in soft amber light. The gray stones turn golden. Bells echo across the valley, and the scent of home-cooked meals fills the air. In that stillness, time seems to hold its breath. Qingyan is not just a relic of the past. It is a sanctuary of serenity, where the enduring beauty of stone mirrors the resilience and peace of the human spirit. Nestled beneath the snow-capped peaks of Yulong Mountain in Yunnan, Lijiang Ancient Town is a masterpiece of water and stone, a living heart that beats with the rhythm of Naxi culture. Recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Lijiang is more than 800 years old, yet its cobbled lanes, murmuring canals, and wooden houses retain a charm that feels timeless and alive. The town's beauty lies in its harmony with nature. Crystal-clear streams flow through the streets, dividing and rejoining like veins of silver beneath graceful stone bridges. Every turn reveals another postcard view: a small courtyard framed by red lanterns, flower boxes overflowing with color, or a carved wooden balcony reflecting in the rippling water below. The great water wheels of Lijiang, turning slowly at the town's entrance, stand as symbols of the unbroken cycle of life and tradition. But what truly defines Lijiang is its spirit. Home to the Naxi people, the town is steeped in their distinctive culture. From the ancient Dongba script to haunting folk melodies played on the huqin under lantern light. In the evening, the air fills with laughter, the clinking of teacups, and music drifting from open courtyards where dancers move in slow, circular steps, celebrating community and life. As dawn touches the rooftops with gold, the sound of water returns, soft, steady, eternal. Lijiang is a place where time flows like its streams, gently, endlessly, carrying stories of mountains, music, and memory. To wander here is to lose yourself not in history, but in a heartbeat that still flows, the quiet pulse of a culture that has never stopped singing. Resting gracefully along the banks of the Tuojiang River in Hunan, Fenghuang ancient town, the Phoenix City, rises from the mist like a living legend. Surrounded by lush green hills and calm waters, this 1,300-year-old town takes its name from the mythical bird said to symbolize rebirth. True to its name, Fenghuang feels timeless, a place where the spirit of ancient China still soars quietly above the river. Wooden stilt houses line both sides of the Tuojiang, their balconies extending over the water, as if suspended between earth and sky. Narrow stone paths wind through clusters of tiled roofs, while arched bridges connect the two banks in elegant curves. At dusk, hundreds of red lanterns flicker to life, their reflections shimmering across the river's surface. The entire town glows like a painting in motion, warm, golden, and endlessly alive. Life here follows the rhythm of the river. Fishermen glide on narrow boats, women wash vegetables by the shore, and the sound of bamboo flutes drifts softly through the evening air. The aroma of grilled fish and rice wine fills the streets, mingling with laughter from open balconies. As night deepens, the river mirrors 1,000 points of light, turning Fenghuang into a dream of fire and water intertwined. Fenghuang is home to the Miao and Tujia ethnic groups, whose songs and dances preserve traditions older than the town itself. Their embroidered costumes, folk tales, and melodies enrich the soul of this riverside haven. To stand on the Hong Bridge and watch the lanterns sway above the water is to feel the heartbeat of old China, calm yet eternal. Fenghuang is not just a town. It is a living phoenix, forever rising from the river's reflection. Cradled within the tranquil waterways of Jiangsu province, Tongli ancient town is often called the Venice of the East. With a history of more than 1,000 years, it remains one of the most authentic water towns in China. A serene labyrinth of stone bridges, flowing canals, and whitewashed houses that seem untouched by time. Tongli's beauty lies in its perfect balance between architecture and water. Narrow lanes run alongside shimmering canals, where willow trees trail their leaves across the surface. More than 40 arched stone bridges connect the town like delicate threads, the most famous being the three bridges, Taiping, Jili, and Changqing, where locals once walked to pray for peace, fortune, and love. When morning mist rises over the canals, the reflections of these bridges form soft circles of light, creating a scene that feels almost dreamlike. Everywhere in Tongli, water is life. Wooden boats drift silently through the narrow waterways, their oars dipping rhythmically into the calm current. The gentle sound of water lapping against the walls mingles with the distant notes of a traditional lute. In the quiet courtyards, one can hear the soft rustle of silk as artisans still weave delicate fabrics by hand, a craft passed down through generations. Visitors are drawn not only to the scenery, but also to the sense of stillness that lingers in the air. You can sip tea by a riverside pavilion, watch lanterns flicker to life at sunset, or stroll through Tuisi Garden, a masterpiece of Jiangnan design where rock, pond, and poetry meet. In Tongli, time flows like the canals that cradle it, slow, graceful, and eternal. It is a place where reflection and reality blend, where every ripple carries the echo of 1,000 years. Tucked deep within the misty mountains of Guizhou, Zhenyuan ancient city unfolds like a ribbon of history along the winding Huangyao River. With over 2,200 years of history, this mountain town is a living testament to harmony between nature and human craft, where the river bends gracefully around stone walls, wooden houses, and ancient temples perched high above the water. From above, Zhenyuan resembles a great jade belt draped across the valley. The Huangyao River curves in a perfect half-moon, embracing the old city within its arms. Along its banks, narrow cobbled streets lead past time-worn shops, quiet courtyards, and arched bridges mirrored in the calm water. As sunlight filters through morning mist, the reflections blur softly, turning the entire town into a watercolor dream of gray roofs, blue stone, and silver light. The spirit of Zhenyuan lies in its blend of cultures and beliefs. Here, Buddhist temples, Taoist shrines, and Confucian academies coexist peacefully, echoing the town's ancient reputation as a crossroads of ideas and trade. Climbing to Wanshu Pavilion rewards visitors with a panoramic view, the serpentine river glimmering below, the distant mountains standing like guardians in silence. At night, Zhenyuan awakens differently. Lanterns shimmer along the riverside, casting golden ripples that dance across the water. Boats glide slowly under arched bridges, their reflections twinkling like constellations. The air hums with quiet laughter, soft music, and the scent of grilled street food, an orchestra of life beneath ancient walls. In Zhenyuan, time doesn't pass, it flows. The river that embraces the mountain also carries centuries of memory, whispering that peace is not found in stillness, but in the gentle motion of water and the endurance of stone. Gracefully nestled along the waterways of Zhejiang, Nanxun ancient town tells a story of wealth, artistry, and quiet elegance. Once one of China's richest silk-producing centers during the Ming and Qing dynasties, Nanxun stands apart from other water towns, not only for its beauty, but for its rare harmony between Eastern tradition and Western sophistication. Walking through Nanxun feels like tracing the footsteps of poets and merchants. Canals wind through the town like silver threads, lined with arched stone bridges and willow-shaded walkways. Beside them rise grand mansions of carved wood and marble, homes of once prosperous silk traders who brought European influences into Jiangnan design. Zhang Ximing's residence, with its blend of Chinese courtyards and Baroque details, captures this unique marriage of cultures perfectly. Unlike busier water towns, Nanxun moves at a softer pace. Elderly locals sip tea by the canal's edge. Scholars sketch the reflections of rooftops in the water, and the air carries the faint scent of silk and jasmine. Wooden boats glide quietly beneath low bridges, their ripples distorting lantern lights that shimmer like threads of gold across the surface. The sound of a distant zither drifts through open windows, mingling with the murmur of the river, an ancient duet of craft and calm. Nanxun is not just a town of history, but of grace. Its beauty is understated, refined, and deeply human, built on the patience of silk weavers and the vision of dreamers who once traded across oceans. Here, water mirrors not only architecture, but spirit, elegant, enduring, and endlessly flowing. Nanxun is where silk meets water, and where time itself learns to move with quiet dignity. From the misty hills of Guangxi to the quiet canals of Zhejiang, these ancient towns reveal a China that still breathes through its rivers and stones. Each place carries its own heartbeat, the laughter of merchants, the prayers of monks, the soft song of water beneath old bridges. In their calm reflections, we glimpse a world where life flows slowly, beautifully, and without hurry. These riverside sanctuaries remind us that history is not only written in books, but whispered in the sound of water and the rhythm of timeless streets.